Are you feeling frustrated every time you attempt to have an emotional engagement or conversation with your partner, that they shut down on you, avoid you, or argue with you instead of understand you and become a part of walking through resolving what you're experiencing? If that's the case, it's just simply because of a certain set of skills that not all of us are taught. When we practice conflict management, we're not thinking about engaging in conflict as a skill. We're not thinking about it as something that requires, you know, like a strategy or playing chess. We often just react out of our very, very human emotional space. And when we do that, we actually do more damage to our relationships than building upon a strong foundation of understanding and connection. And so the second step in effective emotional communication is caring for yourself. Now, again, when you might be saying, "Hey, Shar, my problem was with the other person, so why are you telling me to take care of myself?" Well, I'm telling you to take care of yourself because a lot of times we are in conflict with other people and wanting other people to fix how we are feeling. But if the other person has not developed the emotional skills of listening to understand, if the other person is defensive because they've always been defensive, or your pattern of relating with them is accusatory and they feel that you are attacking them, then when you come into that conversation, you need to first take care of yourself. When you know you're dealing with a defensive person, when you know you're dealing with a person who is going to argue back, you do not want to depend on the other person to take care of you. You want to take care of you. Now, I mentioned taking a time out. Time out. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? How can I take care of myself in this moment? And in order to do that, you communicate to the other person, "I need space right now because I need to care for myself." You will be amazed how powerful this statement is, for you to take ownership that you're not okay right now, and for you to take ownership for putting yourself in a better situation. Will that take 15 minutes? Will that take 30 minutes? Will that take an hour? How long will I need before I come back to you? Unfortunately, many people live and endure relationships where they put each other on silent treatment for days and weeks at a time. That's not love. That is a horror movie. But what would it look like for each of you to have a conversation that says, "Hey, right now things are not cool, and I don't really have the words to express to you what's going on, but I'm going to have that conversation with you. But I'm going to have that conversation with you after I care for myself." And caring for yourself could be taking a walk. Caring for yourself could be grabbing a notebook and just kind of like scribbling out the feeling that you're expressing. Caring for yourself could be taking a quick shopping trip. And the most important thing here is to communicate to the other person, "Right now things are not cool, but before I talk to you about it, I'm going to go care for myself." This is a very, very powerful way to allow the negative emotion that wants to erupt, that wants to vomit, that wants to just tear up the room. Allow the volatility of that emotion to dissipate before you come back to the table to seek connection with the other person. I pray that this is helpful to you, that it makes sense, that you will begin to practice these first two steps that are about you and not the other person, that you exercise your personal power to show up and more strength and awareness when you are engaging in conflict. Be blessed and encouraged.